You know how some houses just feel off? Like they have secrets buried in the walls? Well, we're about to step inside one of those houses. D.H. Lawrence's story, The Rocking Horse Winner, looks perfect on the outside, but inside, it's starving for something. This is a story about luck, a mother's love, and a boy's secret that might just cost him everything.
Imagine that's the soundtrack to your childhood. Not out loud, of course. It's a whisper. A ghostly whisper that comes from the expensive furniture, the fancy toys, from the very floors of the house itself. And that constant nagging pressure is what kicks off this whole chilling story. So, let's pull back the curtain. What's actually going on in this supposedly perfect home? We're about to get into the very strange, very stressful world of this family. Okay, so here's the deal. This family is living a complete and total lie. From the outside, you see the beautiful mother, the nice house, the perfect life. But what's really going on? Well, the mother feels nothing for her children. And everyone in that house is suffocated by this gnawing, constant anxiety about one thing. They never have enough money. Now, you'd think the issue is that they're just bad with their finances, right? Nope. The mother has a different theory. For her, the problem isn't the bank account. It's something deeper. She's completely convinced that the real reason they're struggling is because she married an unlucky man, and that one toxic idea is about to poison everything. This whole idea of luck really gets into the head of her young son, Paul. And a conversation he has with his mother about it, well, it basically defines his entire life's mission from that point on. He has to know, what is luck? And here it is. This one. Simple question from a little boy who's just trying to understand why his family is so unhappy. Is luck money, mother? The answer he gets is going to send him down a very, very dangerous path. And just listen to her answer. It's not some warm, fuzzy idea. It's cold, hard, and cynical. Luck, she says, is the thing that gets you money. If you're lucky, you'll be rich. Simple as that. For little Paul, this becomes the gospel truth. And she even breaks it down for him. See, being rich, that can go away. You can lose it all. But being lucky, now that's the real superpower. It's a guarantee you'll always find more money. So in her world, it's way better to be lucky than to be rich. And that idea gets locked deep inside Paul's mind. So after hearing all this, what does Paul do? He just looks at his bitter mother and says it. Well, anyhow, I'm a lucky person. He just decides right there and then that it's a fact. He has no idea how he's going to prove it, but his secret mission has just begun. Okay, so if you're a little boy on a mission to become lucky, how do you do it? Well, Paul's method is, let's just say it's pretty strange, and it all has to do with a childhood toy. He gets on his big wooden rocking horse, but he's not playing. He rides it with this scary, intense frenzy. His eyes get this wild look, and he just rides and rides, whipping this poor toy, trying to force it to tell him a secret, the name of a winning racehorse. This is so much more than a game to him. He literally screams at this toy horse, "Now take me to where there is luck." He believes that if he just rides hard enough, this wooden horse can somehow transport him to a magical place where luck lives. Now, every secret mission needs an accomplice, right? Paul finds his in Bassett, the family gardener. Turns out, Bassett is a huge horse racing fan. So when Paul starts whispering his predictions, Bassett doesn't laugh it off. He listens. He starts to think this little boy has some kind of supernatural gift. So, a boy and a gardener have a secret. But is any of it real? Well, things are about to get very real. It's time for the proof. Eventually, Paul's Uncle Oscar notices his nephew's new hobby. He thinks it's cute, kind of funny. He teases Paul about it. What he doesn't realize is that he's not talking to a kid playing a game. He's talking to the secret mastermind of a highly profitable gambling operation. And then comes the moment that changes everything. Paul gives his uncle a tip on a long-shot horse named Daffodil and makes him swear to secrecy. Then he drops the bomb. He himself is betting 300 pounds on it. 300. His uncle is stunned. And then Daffodil wins, and Uncle Oscar realizes this is no game. 1,500 pounds. Just let that sink in for a second. From a single bet. For Uncle Oscar, this is all the proof he needs. The boy's crazy rides on that rocking horse, they're actually working. His luck is terrifyingly real. And just like that, the secret partnership is official. You've got Paul, the psychic kid, who gets the tips.
You have Bassett, the loyal keeper of the secrets, and now Uncle Oscar joins as the financier, the adult who could make the big bets. They form this bizarre little gambling team with the child's desperate quest right at the center of it all. And they just keep winning. The money starts pouring in. It all builds up to one of the biggest races of the year, and Paul becomes totally obsessed. He is absolutely certain that a long shot named Lively Spark is going to win. The team trusts him, and they decide to bet big.
£10,000. That's Paul's personal cut from that one race. It's an insane amount of money. He's a rich kid now, and every single penny was earned through those violent, secret rides in his bedroom. And this is where your heart just breaks. When his uncle asks what he's going to do with all that money, Paul finally reveals the truth. It was never for himself. He was doing it all for his mother. He just wanted to prove he was lucky so that, maybe, the awful whispering in the house would finally stop. So he sets up a plan to secretly give his mother £5,000 of his winnings. He thinks this gift will finally make her happy. But it's a tragic disaster. She wants the whole sum at once. And instead of being grateful, the whispering in the house just gets louder, more frantic. All his luck only made the hunger for money even worse. And that leaves us with this final, dark question. Paul did the impossible. He found luck. He got the money. But it was never enough to make his mother happy or quiet the house. In his desperate ride to try and win her love, he ends up paying a price far, far greater than any amount of money. Because when a child feels like they have to earn love, the final cost is always everything.